Every single one of these have voice acting in the files.
Yeah, we don't have to use the voice acting.
I mean, people say the probable reason is because the Japanese version doesn't have these scenes voiced, and they tend to the English side doesn't have voice actors record lines for everything just in case. So despite it being recorded, it's like, oh, we're not going to use this, so whatever.
It's time. For the sake of Yoshizawa-san and the rest of your friends, I ask you to give me your answer.
No.
Who wants to see a bad ending?
No. Oh my god.
What a relief. You'll accept this world?
No. Please tell me you're not serious.
Really? I'm just so happy that you've come to see things my way. You don't need to worry about anything anymore. Just leave the rest to me.
Notice how Ketch's consent was not involved with this. But he gives you a choice, though. He gives you no choice. He gives Joker a choice because he likes him.
What's wrong? You seem out of it.
So you want big dialogue choice though was because I put you up choice so I show you the bad ending?
Yeah.
Who? Come on, wake up, Mr. Party Planner. This whole get-together was your idea.
You know, something hit me a while back. We're the same age. You don't have to be so polite to me. Oh, you're right. But, Futaba-senpai, I still think of you that way. Then as your senpai, I order you to speak casually to me, and no senpai. Got it. Hi, Futaba? Was that, casual enough? Confirmed for casual. Thank you, Futaba-senpai. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. There's that I mean, again. My bad. It's no biggie. Just go with whatever's easier for you. Your senpai allows it.
Attention, everybody! It's Ehomaki time! I'm gonna do my thing. Just gotta make a wish, then eat this whole thing in one shot. So, what direction am I supposed to face for this to be good luck? It says that's north-northwest of here, and a bit to the right, so... roughly that way.
How much is a bit, though?
I'll figure it out. Don't say a word to me until I'm done, got it? I gotta eat the whole thing without talking for the wish to come true. Watch this!
Do we actually have to watch this?
I'd be hard-pressed to call this picturesque.
Do you really think eating an entire
One thing I always find amazing about scenes like this in Strikers,
I prefer throwing beans.
it highlights just how boring this cast is and how little chemistry they actually have.
And are you going to be the one who cleans up afterwards?
Come on, Ryuji-senpai. You can do it.
Thanks.
Oh.
Oh.
Good grief.
Well, that's Ryuji for you. Sorry.
Me too. But I really do appreciate all of my senpai cheering me on.
That's right, we're cheering you on. We've got your back no matter what. After all, this is where you belong.
Yeah, we'll always be together. And that goes for all of you.
Fine. I'll just try again.
Still at it, huh?
So, we'll always be together, huh? I sure hope so.
That was quite the bash. Nice work putting that all together. What do you mean? Hey, can I ask you something? So, I've been thinking for a while now, if it's good with you. And I'll make sure to talk to your parents about it too, okay? But at least until you're done with high school and all. Would you maybe like to keep staying at the cafe? And maybe even after graduation, you could... What do you say? Really? Well, I better get the ball rolling tomorrow then. Things sure are cooking up around here.
Congratulations on graduating, you two!
Thanks.
Makoto's last big speech as council president got me all teared up. That was such a nice ceremony.
Hey, let me see.
Okay.
You gotta do that to be officially graduated.
Aren't you feeling even a bit sentimental? This year really flew by, didn't it? We made so many memories together. I might even remember those better than what we did in school.
Yeah. But it is gonna suck not seeing you two at school anymore.
Don't worry, I'll be attending here starting in April.
For real?
I'll be bringing the lunches, so you better get psyched. Sojiro's gonna teach me how to cook.
Oh, right, you're gonna be here too.
Don't forget about me either. Maybe I should become a high schooler as well.
Ooh, will you? That sounds like fun!
Perhaps I should also transfer to Shujin.
Makoto-senpai! Haru-senpai! You came to the ceremony?
I wanted to tell you, in person. Congratulations on your graduation.
Thank you. I have an idea. Why don't we take a group picture?
Oh yeah!
And I'll serve as your cameraman.
Akechi-kun!
Look at that walking
I
animation.
haven't seen you since the pep rally. I've been meaning to ask. What are your plans after high school, Akechi-kun?
I'm thinking about going freelance. Considering how busy I've been up to now, I think I've earned at least a year or so of taking it easy.
Don't turn into a shut-in. Got it?
Thanks for the warning. Now, everyone gather up over there.
Would you rather I take that for you? You're all friends, right? Okay, ready? Say cheese.
Hey, how's it look? Let me see, let me see! I'd like to see it too! I'm glad we all fit.
Thank you! Oh, thank you!
Thank you.
Thanks a bunch!
What is that? Fantastic ending to Persona 5 Royale.
So
Say something, cowards. Look, you even get pictures. The cast all happy. Hey, look, Armando Morgana stole your girl. It's never actually stated whether or not they're actually dating in this ending, whether or not he's just being a simp.
Shitting itself.
Oh, come on, Armando, now. I heard something. I just thought Armando refused to talk about this entire ending because he refuses to acknowledge it. I literally can't speak. I was gonna make a joke, but that joke's effed up. Oh, look, you can almost see from Coda's dad. Wherever I can't be bought a trash ending.
0 out of 10.
What are you talking about? This is the best ending. There are people who refuse to acknowledge the actual ending to Royo and say this is the real ending. Yes, people are that delusional. But look, everyone's so happy. Why wouldn't you want this ending, though? Is to get a remix of Maruki's theme.
It's all fake.
Nah, it's all real, because Maruki rewrites reality. Sure, everyone has no free will. But it's all real now. It's all real now. Is it great how Akechi is forced to be giving a smile despite the fact that he rejected this with all his being, but Maruki still might control him anyway? But you get a choice, though. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I'm gonna show you what this ending is like. Eventually. Fucking web. I love when I save an image and it comes.
WebP file.
Nah, it gives me an HTML file. That's just a link to the fucking image. I love that. It's almost as bad as WebP, maybe worse. Definitely worse. This is like the perfect description of this ending.
Look at them, they're all happy. As Joker and Akechi are staring straight at the camera creepily. Also notice it says end, not fin, because fin's reserved for the true ending. The Persona game never ends on end. No, I don't want to say I say did that for you. Can't just put the title screen.
Own path, eh? Akechi had mentioned that we needed to determine what we'll do from here on out. It seems he was right.
We could accept this reality, but that means we'll have to fight Dr. Maruki, right? That's right. We have to confront Maruki and steal his desire. In a way, it's business as usual for us.
Dr. Maruki is an adult with a warped desire. But that desire's just a wish for us all to be happy, right?
I admit, it's nothing similar to the desires we've seen in the likes of Shido and Kamoshida. The Phantom Thieves only change the hearts of evildoers. Dr. Maruki is quite different from our past targets.
Oh, Futama's an evildoer now? That's that how you feel about her? That how you felt? Really? On God? Just like that? Wow, Futaba. You're a piece of crap, apparently. Get effed.
He's sitting right next to the girl, too. That's cruel.
Maru's right. Dr. Maruki ain't a shitty adult at all.
Yes, he is.
There are probably plenty of folks out there living all happy in this reality. Who knows? Maybe Dr. Maruki is actually doing the right thing.
Want me to dump you in a trash can?
But we all still
I'd
feel
just
like
be
this
sending
guy
him
is
home.
wrong, right? We decide what's right for ourselves. That's what we all agreed on when we went out.
I admit there will be a degree of speculation involved, but only to a small extent. First, I will explain the situation with the current reality. I believe that Maruki has altered the cognition of the masses. In other words, it's thought that the alterations he's made are the result of his meddling with mementos.
He changed mementos? How is that even possible?
Isn't it gone?
Wait, don't forget about our experience with the Metanav and Maruki's palace. Seems like this kind of thing has a habit of sticking around despite our expectations.
Mementos is the cognition of the masses given form. If that man is truly capable of controlling individuals' cognitions, and that man were also to gain access to mementos, it would be no surprise that he could impact everyone's cognitions and affect reality itself.
Could he really have done all that? I mean, it's assumed that Dr. Maruki has the power to control cognition, right?
Exactly. That man's controlling of cognition. Let's see. Why don't we refer to his power as actualization? Most likely, that actualization is a power unique to a persona. In other words, this man named Maruki is...
He's a persona user?
That's impossible. There's no way to have a persona and a palace at the same time.
Determining when Maruki first awakened to his power is wholly impossible. However, by the time he crossed your paths, there's no doubt that he was making use of his actualization, although he may have only been doing so subconsciously.
Even if it is just his subconscious, he's using a persona in the real world. So, his ability to make Yoshizawa-san think she was Kasumi-chan.
It was most likely through the use of actualization.
Still though, even if we assume that Maruki has unique persona abilities, such as the case with him and myself, we still need to determine how he used that power on mementos as a whole, rather than a single individual.
Right. Even if there were some kind of power that could affect mementos, it's on a whole other level from what we've seen so far. A single person just shouldn't be capable of all that.
That's true. Changing reality just by thinking about it isn't something humans do. It's something that, like, gods do.
And what if he became such a god?
The god of control.
Indeed, the being in mementos that you all defeated was a false deity that the masses deludedly clung to. It is easy to conclude that Maruki simply took over the false god's position when it disappeared.
Took over his position? What do you mean? So you're saying society thinks of Doc as a god now or something?
Now, the Phantom Thieves are the ones who gained the masses' support after defeating this so-called god of control. So it would follow that the masses would turn to the Phantom Thieves next as their savior. In that case, why did they instead turn to Maruki, who did none of the work the Phantom Thieves did?
Wait, you what? What do you mean? We never wished for anything like that.
Is that really true?
It's most likely because...
We wished for it.
What? After we defeated the god of control, we wished for reality to be like Dr. Maruki described it. And it happened?
I don't remember doing any wishing with you guys and Doc. I mean, when would we have even had the chance to?
What about our counseling?
Looks like you all walked right into the spider's parlor.
There's no way of knowing how many of those situations were intentionally orchestrated by that man. However, the result is still the same. A desire for his actualization was seeded within your hearts. Thus, I have no doubt that it was your own desires that led to their actualization.
So this is all our fault, huh?
That is some massive BS. That is some massive butt pull right there.
I guess it makes
We're the
sense in a
ones who
way.
told him the cognitive world really exists too.
The logic that when you got the spirit bomb, you were subconsciously thinking about Maruki, and that somehow transferred the spirit bomb to him.
Oh,
That
Oh,
is the
no,
logic
that-
we're working with. The
that
logic is,
makes sense.
once we had the power of the masses, somehow in some way the characters were thinking about Maruki and the counseling, and that apparently transferred the same power that Joker used to summon Satanael over to Maruki.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
That is a massive butt pull.
Don't worry about it.
Put an end to this.
Right, let's fight. If this is our own fault, we've got to be the ones to fix it.
Yes. This realization changes none of what we must do.
Very well. Then allow me to proceed. This world is in a very unstable condition currently. On the day that the God of Control fused mementos with the real world, the merging was undone through your efforts, and the two worlds are now attempting to return to their initial states.
So, what you're saying is this world has reverted to a state where the fusion with mementos hasn't been totally undone. That explains why Maruki's palace was visible in Odaiba.
Even as we speak, Maruki is still influencing this world in places where its boundaries are blurred. As slow a pace as it may be, he still continues to actualize the world of the masses as a whole. Should this continue, reality shall merge with mementos once more. The two worlds will again become one. When that happens, anyone trapped within the actualized world can never again awaken to the original one.
No.
This issue goes beyond the masses as well. Although you are all Persona users, it would be next to impossible to defy Maruki in a world completely under his control. To be clear, once the two worlds conclude their fusion, there will be no chance of your success in this mission. And I believe this fusion will conclude in 1 month's time.
See, you say this, but Maruki has the ability to wipe us off the face of the planet right now. He just chooses not to.
We only have a month.
If memory serves me correctly, February 3rd was the date Dr. Maruki gave us, right? Could he have possibly chosen the time limit based on when his actualization will be completed?
It's possible. If that's the case, we don't got another choice except to steal his treasure by then.
We'll need to secure our route to the treasure by the 2nd so we can send our calling card. Then, on the day of, we're most likely going to have to fight Maruki.
Allow me to produce the calling card. This is certain to be our final card. I'll pour my heart and soul into its creation.
Be that as it may, there are still some unsolved questions.
Not enough.
Right?
What's the deal with the palace's name? Doesn't seem to affect the app's functions, but
That must also be a product of Maruki's cognition. He most likely learned that you could somehow infiltrate the metaverse. As long as he permits your existence, your method of infiltration will not entirely disappear either. However, In his heart, he must have feared you would learn his identity as the palace's ruler. Perhaps such a feeling took the form of hiding the ruler's name from you.
But in that case, why didn't Dr. Maruki just actualize us out of existence entirely?
That's how he does things.
Maruki told us he wants us to accept his world. It may be hard to believe, but since we mutually benefit from his actualization, maybe he really does want us to submit.
Sorry, even if it does fix shit for us, I just can't accept the world getting treated like that. Let's start the infiltration tomorrow, yeah? And you? Sound good?
You're willing to ask me as well?
Duh, dude. The Phantom Thieves don't act unless it's a unanimous vote.
He's not a member of the Phantom Thieves, so we'll say never again.
Fine then. You know I have no intention of accepting Maruki's world anyway.
Then that settles that.
Wait, what about Yoshizawa-san?
What about Yoshizawa?
We may not have summoned her as one of the Phantom Thieves. This definitely involves her as well. Maybe we should fill her in on our situation once she comes to terms with her own. What she does with that information, though, that's up to her.
Right.
If that concludes matters, I shall continue to watch over you, Trickster. Please show me the path that you choose for humanity.
Remember when this game used to be about inspiring people to rise up against abuse?
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
This game is completely forgot about that. This is not a completely different game. I also forgot to mention unused content in the ideal ending. There is unused content where all the adult social links all meet together and hang out in a bar, and there's also an unused harem ending where every girl is not pissed at Joker for cheating and they all love him.
Very interesting.
Maruki supports cheating. Maruki could have supported cheating, confirmed.
Sounds very ideal though.
Isn't that great how Maruki just decides what you like more?
Yep.
He just decides, oh, this guy, I just know this guy likes archery more, so I'm gonna rewrite his entire life to become an archer.
A real utopia.
Isn't that great that one person said that their friend's boyfriend was abusive? Their friend's like, what are you talking about? My boyfriend's never been abusive. Such goodness, Maruki. Thanks for making that abusive a-hole a nice person instead of sending him to jail. You're so wonderful, man. I hate this man.
See?
I hate this man so much. It's so effed up. Isn't it great how Kana's parents made her basically do child porn over the internet, but they don't go to jail. They're just nice parents now, and Kana's totally not severely traumatized by all of this whatsoever, or the repercussions of having being forced to go through such things happening in your life. Because if her parents actually went to jail, then Kana would have to be put in CPS, and that would mean she couldn't keep being friends with Futaba.
Okay.
Such a happy conclusion, am I right?
Is this the controversial thing you wanted me to see?
Yes!
Ay, 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 ay.
The parents who basically forced their child to take sexual images on the internet just become nice parents now. They don't go to jail or face any other consequences other than being nice parents now. Because otherwise, kinda wouldn't be able to stay friends with Futaba.
That is massive cringe.
It's not as if horrible things have happened to other people for situations. It's not as if there are stories of children who are forced into that having stalkers as adults.
My god.
Because those adults are like, when are you going to keep doing the thing? And it's been like 20 years.
Fucking oof. That is
That is monumentally fucked.
Don't worry, Kana's not traumatized by all this. I mean, look at Futaba. She was traumatized. What? She went through like maybe maybe 2 years of adults berating her, blaming her for her mom's death, and she was completely mentally broken. Nah, Kana's totally not traumatized by this. She totally trusts her parents now that they're good. It's for the sake of kind of being friends with Futaba, guys. It is so effed up. They always think there's always gotta be always one bad guy and one victim. As until Striker, someone goes, "Wow, you're all naive idiots. Now don't understand anything about real life."
Whenever I travel,
Don't care.
Oh, mister.
It hurts to run over things with the cat.
Hey, good job.
That's fine.
Looks like this area was formed somewhat recently. I haven't learned much of anything about this place yet, so I need to drink some more flowers.
Sorry, what?
Day starter.
The flavor has this. No, I'm here for my studies. You guys. And the most common way to vent is to fight.
You want to get physical here? You can just pick a fight with us out of nowhere?
What do we do? I definitely didn't expect this.
Well, unless we fight him, we won't know whether or not this is his opportunity. We simply have to decide if we're going to humor him.
what do you think? Should we fight Jose?
Thanks. This may be sudden, but here I come.
Why are we playing the fucking menacing music for him?
Because we have one track and by God, Royal will spam it to hell and back.
It's like, you know, it was nice because that was like Shido's shtick, then you reuse it for like the fucking deity, and then like, come on.
We've used it. We've used it for Shida, reused it for the Holy Grail, reused it for freaking fighting in Murky's Palace, reusing it here. The twins boss fight will reuse it, and the Venta boss fight will also reuse it.
Kind of ruins the aspect of it.
Too bad I had the one track and I'm gonna use it over and over.
Rather easy for a super boss.
He's probably the second easiest super boss.
I think like the only remotely threatening thing he had was the confusion ball.
Hey.
Oh, we saved them. Is it wrong? Oh my god, I don't care!
How are you feeling today, Rumi? Sorry I came empty-handed. I've just been so busy with the research lately. I haven't had the chance to pick up any part-time work. I know. I'll buy you flowers the next time I come. Do you remember that wildflower field we used to go to back in high school? You really loved it there, didn't you? Oh, would you prefer if I brought you some snacks instead? Which should I bring? Sweet or salty? I know you like both, so... Actually, I have some news for you today. So first, I've finished my paper. The other thing is... they caught the culprit. He's in police custody now. You don't need to worry anymore. Of course, that doesn't mean everything's over and done with, but things are going to proceed as they ought to. My cognitive science is the study of people's hearts and how they guide people's views of the world. Everyone comprehends the world in a different way, depending on their cognition. So basically, if one could tap into a person's cognitive world, one would even be able to alter how that person views reality, in every way. That's what my paper's all about. Here I am, going way over your head with this stuff, just like always. But anyway, I've recently met someone who thinks my research could be fruitful. If everything moves forward as planned, they may even fund my work. At that point, I'd be the first professional scientist in the world. My goal is to find a way to stop crime by putting my research into action. Many of the criminals in this world are deluded to the point of seeing everything through a distorted lens. If I could change their cognitions, it would stop them from committing crimes before they even considered them. And if I were to succeed, the things that happened to you would never happen to anyone else again. I want to save you. No, not just you. I want to save the whole world with my cognitive science. Well, at least I know your family would appreciate it. Rumi, it's me. Are you alright? Can you talk?
Family. My family. Dad. Mom. No. Please. Please don't go. Ah!
Rumi, it's okay. Calm down.
Give them back. Give me my mom and dad.
You want power?
These migraines are... Damn it. Don't worry, someone's coming to help.
I believe it was most likely a post-traumatic episode. Memories of the incident must have resurfaced due to some sort of stimuli, like certain imagery or phrasing.
Phrasing? I'm so sorry, Rumi. It's all my fault. Deep down, I knew I could end all crime across the world. It still wouldn't bring your family back. What you truly need is to be set free from that horrible tragedy. But how can I do that?
Must seek me.
What was that?
Doctor, please stop this. I want to forget.
Forget? I wish I could do something to... Oh. But wait. By altering a subject's cognition, By changing their heart, any related trauma is eliminated.
You must seek me.
So, by that logic, all that pain, Rumi's trauma and everyone else's, it can be undone.
Seek me. I am that who manifests thought itself. I shall echo your blasphemous fury with reality, so that we may together change the world. Now, call me forth.
Yes. I'll do it. I don't care who you may be. Lend me your strength. Please, help me save Rumi's life. What was that? Rumi, are you okay?
Who are you?
Rumi, it's me!
I'm really sorry, but I don't know who you are.
Rumi, what do you mean?
I've just gone through surgery. Ever since I was born, I've been unwell. I lost my parents when I was young, so I live with my grandparents in the countryside now.
When you were young? You can't. It's me, Rumi. Don't you remember me?
I really am sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, I'm going to be discharged from here pretty soon, now that I've finished my last round of surgery. I can't wait to see my grandparents again, and show them how well I've recovered.
Were her memories actually revised? Wait, was that voice really?
Are you alright?
That's absurd. How could something like... Oh, I mean, it's nothing. I'm just glad you're doing better now. She remembers nothing of the incident. So, Furumi...
By the way, what are you doing in my room? How do you know my name?
Oh, well, I'm, sorry. I mistook you for someone else.
Another person?
Yeah. My girlfriend's name is Rumi too.
Really? That's so nice to hear.
Yeah.
Huh?
Looks like I really messed up finding the right room. I really am sorry to disturb you.
So I know this might sound odd, but if you'd like to meet again sometime...
Thank you for the offer, but I'm sorry. I'm going to be getting busier than ever soon, so I don't believe we'll be meeting again.
Really? But what about your girlfriend?
She's passed away. That's why I won't be coming here anymore.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I hope you feel better soon. And I know the people who care about you wish the same.
That was Dr. Maruki, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Based on what we've seen, we can surmise that Dr. Maruki's memory was somehow on that videotape.
The way that woman was acting at the end, that's just how it went for me, too.
So he rewrote her cognition.
Considering what he was saying in the video, that might have been the moment he first awakened to his ability.
Could Dr. Maruki possibly have wanted us to watch this memory?
I don't think that's the case. It's possible that this is just an old memory he tried to bury in his unconscious mind.
Still, if this actually occurred, there's no mistaking it for a trivial memory. This is clearly important to Maruki.
Whether for good or bad, it appears that this incident is what led Dr. Maruki to his current mission.
You're right.
So that was that flashback.
That was sad.
Great. I want to talk about every single problem I have with that flashback.
Yeah.
Problem number one. That is the only time you ever see Rumi in this entire game. Rumi is very important. Is very important to Maruki's backstory, and that's the only instance you ever see her. In fact, parts of this palace are not only have imagery based around Rumi, but I'm gonna just say this: the final boss day is Rumi's birthday,
Oh.
and yet Rumi is not an actual character in this game. She just exists for that one cutscene to make Maruki sad. 2. Rookie completely changed freaking Ruby's memory, but rather than try and fix the mistake of erasing himself out of it, he just has to walk away for some reason. She even said, maybe like to meet again sometime. Instead, he still rejects her anyway.
Yeah.
So that was artificial as crud of him need to be away from her, because there is no actual reason given why he decides to just leave her there. He just does. And feel bad for Maruki, no F you. Problem number 3. He revives her memories while there's an ongoing police investigation for the person who killed Rumi's parents. Rumi is the sole witness of what happened. But without her testimony, the entire case is going to fall apart, and everyone's going to question why she suddenly has no recollection of what happened. No one wants to talk about that fact. Whether it be in the game or the fandom, no one wants to talk about that fact, because that doesn't matter.
I mean, it's been erased, so it doesn't exist, right?
Her memory of the event that only affected her.
Oh.
Only she is going. What are you talking about? That didn't happen. Everyone else, the police, her friends, her family, gonna be like, "What are you talking about, Rumi? You were literally the witness. You literally called the police on this guy, and now you're saying none has happened."
Well, no.
The only possible excuse you can give for why Maruki left Rumi is because he was afraid that the ability would become undone. But that makes no sense considering the fact that 1, he's been hanging around Sumere and Shujin just fine, and 2, everyone that she knows is gonna question why she suddenly does not remember what happened. Let alone why she doesn't even remember her own boyfriend. There are way too many holes in that one scene, and I hate that for it because it just didn't make Maruki sad. Everyone's like, "It's so bad for Maruki." No, and not only that, it portrays the idea as he gave that up. He gave up nothing. F Maruki, F that scene, F the fact that Ruby is just nothing more than a plot device that just exists to make Maruki sad in order to try and make him see justified. My God. This is the exact crud people said that they didn't want for their palace rulers, where they got backstories. But for Maruki, not. Let's just drew all over it though, because it'd be so sad. He gave up. He didn't give up nothing. He literally made himself the victim, so it had nothing to do with him. My God.